What if I told you that forgotten ancient techniques could unlock a photographic memory you never knew you had? Imagine remembering entire books, intricate maps, every conversation you've ever had. Not by accident, not by genetics, but by design. Tonight, we dive into the astonishing lost arts of memory, techniques that allowed our ancestors to achieve feats of recall that still baffled modern science. Are you ready to reclaim your mind's true power? Modern life overwhelms us. Notifications, deadlines, infinite scrolling, information overload. We struggle to remember names. We forget what we read. We lose track of ideas within minutes. But here's the shocking truth. For thousands of years, humans possessed memory abilities so powerful they would be considered supernatural today. Ancient Greek orators memorized speeches that lasted hours, word for word. Roman scholars recited entire legal codes from memory. Indian Vedic masters preserved massive oral traditions for centuries, without writing a single word down. So, the real question is, did our brains evolve backwards, or did we forget how to use them? Let's travel back to ancient Greece. A poet named Simonides survives a tragic banquet collapse. When the victims' bodies are unrecognizable, he identifies them by remembering where each person had been sitting. From this moment emerged one of the most powerful cognitive tools ever discovered: the Method of Loci, also known as the memory palace. Here's how it works. Imagine a familiar place, your house, your childhood school, a street you walk every day. Then you place information along a path inside that location. Each room, each corner, each doorway becomes a storage unit for knowledge. When you want to recall the information, you mentally walk through the palace, and everything is exactly where you left it. Modern neuroscience confirms what ancient masters intuitively knew. Our brains are exceptionally good at remembering spatial environments. When we attach abstract information to physical locations, recall becomes dramatically easier. This wasn't magic. It was cognitive architecture, and it was nearly forgotten. Ancient memory masters didn't memorize passively. They exaggerated. They dramatized. They made information absurd. If they needed to remember the word apple, they didn't just imagine an apple. They imagined a gigantic apple exploding into flames in their living room. Emotion, movement, intensity. These amplify memory. Why? Because the brain prioritizes survival, and survival is tied to novelty and emotional charge. Modern life dulls our imagination. Ancient training sharpened it. They didn't scroll information, they experienced it internally. Before books were widespread, knowledge lived inside human beings. In India, the Vedas, thousands of verses long, were transmitted orally for generations with astonishing accuracy. In West Africa, griots memorized entire genealogies, spanning centuries. Medieval monks memorized scriptures before ever touching parchment. Memory wasn't optional. It was identity. It was power. It was preservation. And when writing became dominant, something shifted. External storage replaced internal mastery. We outsourced memory. First to paper, then to libraries, then to search engines, now to smartphones. Each step made life easier, but perhaps weaker. The lost arts of memory didn't disappear because they failed. They disappeared because they weren't needed. When information is always accessible, why store it? But here's the hidden cost. Memory shapes intelligence. The more knowledge you internalize, the more connections you can form. Creativity isn't downloading information. It's recombining what you deeply remember. Ancient masters trained memory as a muscle. Today, we barely flex it. Here's the empowering truth. These techniques still work. Memory champions today, the kind who memorize decks of cards in seconds, use the same methods developed thousands of years ago. They aren't born different. They are trained differently. You can begin with 3 simple steps. Build a memory palace using a familiar location. Turn boring information into vivid, exaggerated imagery. Review by mentally walking through your palace daily. Start small. 5 items, then 10, then 20. Your brain will adapt, because it was designed for this. Here's the part most people overlook. Memory isn't just storage. It shapes perception, identity, consciousness. What you remember defines who you are. Ancient traditions believed mastering memory was part of mastering the self, because when you control what you retain, you control what shapes you. So the real lost art may not just be memory techniques. It may be the discipline of conscious recall, feeling overwhelmed by information, struggling to retain what you read. This isn't about nostalgia. It's about reclaiming something powerful that has always been yours. For centuries, humans achieved feats of recall that would be considered superpowers today, and the methods are not hidden. They're simply unused. The question is, will you continue outsourcing your mind, or will you rebuild it? Because the architecture of genius isn't genetic, it's constructed, and your memory palace is waiting to be built.